Hey friends, thanks for joining me today out here at the beach. I thought this would be the perfect place to talk about something that might sound simple, but is actually pretty radical. Sabbath. Just listen to the waves for a second. They're not in a rush. They're not competing with each other. They're not multitasking. They're just there. They just are. Coming in, going out, trusting a rhythm. Walter Brueggemann, one of the greatest biblical scholars of our time, makes the claim that Sabbath is resistance. Resistance against what? Against a world that never stops. We live in what Brueggemann calls the culture of now. A world driven by anxiety, production, consumption. You always have to be doing something, scrolling, hustling, improving. There's no room to rest. And when there is, we feel guilty. But Sabbath is God's way of saying that you are not a machine. You're not a product. You're not defined by what you produce. You're defined by your beloved. In Exodus, God gives the 10 commandments to the Israelites. And the Sabbath command is right there in the top 10. Number 4. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. And if you remember, the reason in Exodus chapter 20 is because God rested on the Sabbath day. But Dr. Brueggemann reminds us, flip forward to Deuteronomy chapter 5, and you'll find something different. There, the Sabbath is not about creation. It's about liberation. It says, remember that you were slaves in Egypt, and the Lord brought you out. So the Sabbath becomes a way to resist going back into that captivity, going back into that bondage. Brueggemann writes, the refusal to rest is an act of violence against ourselves and our neighbors. Let that sit for a second. The refusal to rest is a kind of violence. When we refuse to rest, we're saying, I can't stop. I'm indispensable. I'm the one holding everything together. But that's Pharaoh talking, not God. Pharaoh says, make more bricks. No breaks. No rest. Just productivity. But God says, come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. See, the Sabbath is not just about a day off. It's about a different way of being in the world. A way of trusting that God's enough, that we're enough. Out here on the beach, I'm reminded of something that Dr. Brueggemann emphasizes. Sabbath is not a withdrawal from life. It's a declaration that there's more to life than work. It's joy. It's beauty. It's community. It's worship. It's delight. What if Sabbath wasn't some legalistic burden, but a freedom? for us all. A day to turn off your phone, to breathe deeply, to take a walk, to share a meal, to sit with God, to remember who you are. The Sabbath command doesn't say take a Sabbath if you're feeling burned out. It says remember the Sabbath, which means that we forget about it all the time. But the waves remember. The tide remembers. Creation knows how to rest. And so can we. So this week, try it, even for an hour. Step out of the rush. Say no to Pharaoh. Say yes to Sabbath. Maybe come out to the beach if you can. God is already here, resting.